Welcome back. It's the 4th of July 2025, and I probably owe you guys a explanation on why the truck wouldn't start in the last video. That's been brought to my attention by another friend of mine. It could be a PATS thing. I guess some of these ECUs don't respond well to the HP Tuner's PATS delete program. I don't know if that was it, or if this thing not having its 10R80 transmission attached to the engine and the ECU, not seeing a neutral safety switch, even though it's forced neutral, might not have taken it. You can see in the data logs where you turn the key and it says driver command or whatever it is, turns, start. It says forced neutral, but doesn't want to go. So the start signal goes through the ECU. The ECU tells the starter to crank. If it's a PATS thing, then that's not going to happen. It's not going to crank. If it's a neutral safety thing, then also not going to crank. So whether the ECU's seen neutral and there was something else not telling it not to start, I'm not 100% sure. However, I did get it running. You guys heard that. What I had to do was spray ether into the throttle body and jump the starter. So once the engine sees more than starting and cranking RPM, it recognizes that, hey, it's running, and does send fuel pulses to the injectors, to the engine. And after that, it runs, but not well, mind you, because there's still so many things different than the F-150 engine. So that's why I had it running, but it wouldn't start in the video when I cranked it. Even with the clutch switch jumper, no go. So today I had a package arrive. I sent out my ECU to Power by the Hour. Had another package arrive. My ECU came back. I'll show you this here. So yeah, Power by the Hour, F-150. Manual F-150, and gonna install that into its home here, and hopefully soon we'll have this thing fired right up. Alrighty, so the ECU is back in its place. We got some ugly vacuum lines and stuff here. We'll take care of that later. That's fine. That's fine. Got a mass airflow meter in there as well, because the new operating system, basically a Ford Performance Control Pack operating system, needs the mass air meter, but that's in there now. And full disclosure, this is not its first startup. My clutch wires are jumped. Yes, that's a bit of ugly wiring there. We'll take care of that too. Don't worry about that. Fuel pump primes. Make sure it's in neutral. Fires right off. Steady, steady. It's pretty rowdy, pretty noisy. I like it. Might have to put mufflers on it, quiet her down. But there's that. I got to finish up my rad plumbing. So like I said, full disclosure, that is not the first time it fired up with this ECU. The first time I cranked, I was happy it cranked with the starter. Barked a couple times and then realized my gas tank was empty. So that's my own stupidity. And it's too bad I didn't catch that on video, because we all do stupid things. So put some fuel in it, and my good friend Bill was over when I fired it up, so he got to hear the excitement all at the same time I did. Fired right up though as soon as I had fuel in it, and seems to run okay. What I got to do now is take a read on the tune, send it off to tuner, have him tune it for the list of mods I have done to this engine, And then I've got to probably buy credits again for this ECU, which sucks, but it is what it is. Just going to go throw more zip ties and dollar bills at it. So anyway, it runs nicer than it did before. It's got some throttle. It goes lean when you get into her because, you know, these little spoolie boys right here. But that's a damn good start, and I'm very happy about that. So now I'll be back on to finishing up my cooling system. I was working on that before the ECU came via UPS guy, so always Christmas, right? But that's been a damn good start for today. It's been a productive day in the garage. I wasn't in the garage all day, but I did get my cooling system finished up. Built a little header tank, the steam line there and the coolant line underneath. So that's buttoned up. There's the radiator like we had seen earlier, but I just have to hook up my fan power wires. I got to go to Canadian Tire or CarQuest and get some more wire for that to extend it from the front. Had it running, had it up to operating temperature, got it up to about 100 degrees Celsius, so a little better than 200 Fahrenheit. We're getting close now. Again, just my vacuum lines here, they need to be taken care of. That'll be a tomorrow thing. We're getting there. We're getting there. I was just about to pull it out of the garage today, but it's now after 9 o'clock. And I'm about done for the day, so I'm going to go inside, sit down, relax, maybe watch a little bit of YouTube. I don't know what's on today, but we'll watch something. And we'll continue this on, and hopefully I'll have this outside running and maybe give it a wash because she's filthy, just absolutely filthy now. With a little better than 4 months sitting in the garage and me fabricating and working on this thing, and it just gets dirty. So we'll talk to you in a couple minutes here. Well, she's on the ground here. I kicked it out of the garage under its own power, and now I've got it running in the garage. Cooling, testing the cooling system. Fan is going, blowing warm air. Temperature sitting at 91 degrees Celsius right now. It's been idling here for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Need to load an app onto that for my new dash display. Still cleans up pretty nice, but needs a clay bar and a polish. But yeah, we got a little more progress. Finally kicked it out of the garage under its own power. So as it turns out, my water meth nozzle and my fuel rails, the crossover tube, they do not coexist together. So I'll be putting a plug into this one, and I'm going to have to drill another hole right here just to get that guy in there. And hopefully that works together. Intake manifold is back on. Water meth nozzle is right in there, and I'm going to get my lovely assistant to push the button, and I'll show you what it does. Go ahead. Hold it. Go again. There we go. All right. Wow. Okay, I got my camera all wet, but that's cool. That's what the water meth nozzle does, and it's dripping out there now. And that works. So I got the 1050cc injectors in there and decided to try and fire it up with a tune that's made for the stock 24-pound injectors, which is about 260cc. I don't know exactly the conversion, but pretty close to that. So I got 4 times the amount of injector, and the garage is not on fire, but it spit a lot of raw fuel out the back. Well, I think that's going to about bring it to the end of this video. I sit here on Sunday, my last day of vacation. having a little drink. You've seen it run again. We've got the big injectors in there. Obviously it is not happy like that. It fired up a little easier, but after that it was just all smoke and filled up the whole garage to make it look like something was on fire in there. But this time I'm not going to figure something out my own way, which is the tune. I will outsource that to a fellow I found on the HP Tuners forum. He's in Poland. He's going to send me a remote tune. Hopefully I'll have that by tomorrow, and we'll go from there. It'll be data logging, a little bit of driving, sending data logs, getting tunes back. So we got some work ahead of us, but you know, other than that, figure it out your own way.